Base is quickly becoming a hotspot for crypto gaming. Ranked 6th in total value lock, it offers a secure, low-cost, and builder-friendly Ethereum Layer 2 solution. With over 222 million unique active wallets and 632 dApps currently live, more and more developers are choosing Base for its speed and affordability. If you're looking for fun, innovation, immersive experiences, and on-chain action, dive into these top games on Base blockchain. First up, we've got the game Parallel. At its core, Parallel is a free-to-play trading card game similar to Magic the Gathering. With a crypto twist, this entire game is set in a sci-fi universe where 5 different factions called Parallel are battling it out for dominance. And each one of these factions has its own unique story, ability, and card types. The gameplay itself is turn-based. You play cards, manage energy, and try to outsmart your opponent. As you'd expect with a game like this, the goal here is to get your opponent's life points to 0 to win the match, but this one has a unique twist with its NFT offerings. Parallel has 2 major NFT types. We've got cards and avatars. Cards are what are used to play the game, and each one has its own stats, abilities, and effects. As for avatars, these are your in-game personalities, and when you use them in-game, you can earn even more Prime tokens, which is the main currency in the Parallel ecosystem. So to get started in this one, all you got to do is head over to their website, select a crypto wallet, and then add some Prime tokens if you want to participate with those NFTs. Then you can start building your deck with cards from the open market or future in-game drops. Once you have your deck set up, head over to the Epic Game Store and download their current open beta. Then in terms of blockchain, Parallel originally launched on Ethereum, but it is so much more costly, so they have in fact made the move to Base Chain, which makes everything cheaper, faster, and smoother overall. Plus, Parallel is working with B3, a Layer 3 gaming-focused network on Base built by previous Coinbase developers. And as for some recent updates, this whole ecosystem isn't just a card game. They're building so much more. In fact, they just recently released Parallel Sanctuary, which is a third-person sci-fi shooter. Although it's still in development, this shooter is powered by Unreal Engine 5, and early glimpses show resource looting, intense PvE and PvP combat, and the use of the Parallel NFT avatars inside the game. This one will have a testable alpha out in 2025, and we can't wait to check it out. They also rolled out Parallel Open Beta Season 14, the Dread Sect. In terms of add-ons, we've got a new universal rare card to the battlefield, Raven Dreadsect Wraith. The purpose of this card is to give you new deck combos and some increased tactics. Number 2 is an overhaul of the matchmaking and ranking system, and a hard reset of MMR so everyone can start fair and square. And by reaching level 33 in the Battle Pass, you get the title Bounty Accepted. And if you hold a Raven's First Edition version, you'll be entered into a raffle to win a Special Edition or Masterpiece version later. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about Parallel or any other upcoming Web3 crypto games, make sure you head over to fungible.games. There we've got project founder interviews, as well as breaking news and in-depth game walkthroughs. We also have non-biased community reviews, so as you see here on the review page, you can actually leave a review yourself after you've tested this game out and let us know what you think. Next on our list is Sunflower Land, which is a charming and engaging farming simulation game. Think Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, but built entirely on blockchain. Developed by Thought Farm, this one focuses on resource management, crafting, and trading within a vibrant, player-driven economy. It's all about building your farm from the ground up in this decentralized world. As for the gameplay, Sunflower Land is all about the joy of farming. You start with a small plot, plant your seeds, nurture your crops, and harvest them. But it doesn't stop there, it's also about gathering resources. You get wood and stone, craft tools and items, cook food, and expand your land. The game also features dynamic seasons, so you get your 4 seasons, but not only that, they come up with cool twists to always keep the game exciting. Like there might be a flood or a tsunami or a drought, and you have to anticipate and play around that. Progression in this one involves leveling up your character Bumpkin, unlocking new skills with over 100 available, and expanding your farm to access new areas and resources like islands with unique features. So how do NFTs and crypto fit into this one? Well, Sunflower Land themselves pioneered the play-to-own model. So every time you do things like gather, grow crops, harness resources, craft new things, it all goes towards building up on that Bumpkin NFT. And what's cool about these Bumpkin NFTs is they're fully dynamic. So as you progress in the game, you can actually see the changes on the NFT itself. And in terms of token economy, economy, they're originally using the sunflower token, but now have moved over to the flower token, and this crypto marketplace is hustling and bustling with lots of transactions, so make sure you go to their website and their marketplace and check out all the action. For getting started on this one, make sure you have that crypto wallet. Like a MetaMask, this game was originally built on Polygon, but now is multi-chain with chains like Base. And then once you have that wallet set up, simply head on over to the Sunflowerland website and get that account set up. From there, visit the Bumpkin website and mint your free Bumpkin. In terms of recent updates for this one, it's all about that change we spoke a little bit about earlier, turning that sunflower token into the new flower token, and that is happening in April. So if you played this game before and you've seen those sunflower tokens frozen, not to worry, you'll soon do a one-to-one swap over, and all that information will be provided on their website and their social medias. And for the final update on this one, the team is introducing chapters, so now you'll have the opportunity to unlock exclusive tokens and NFTs that'll only be available at a certain period of time. Next, we have Cornucopias, which is a massive sky-based MMORPG. This ambitious game, built using Unreal Engine 5, throws players into a breathtaking world of floating islands encased in high-tech domes. It's a play-to-earn, build-to-earn, and learn-to-earn game where players' actions directly shape the world and its economy. This one is so cool because it offers such diverse playstyles. If you're into commerce or gathering or trading on markets, you've got that, but then also on the other side of the game, you've got things like racing as well as combat. So this ecosystem really has something for everyone. For gameplay, Cornucopias offers a vast open world spread across theme zones like Wild West or Age of the Samurai within these different floating domes. Players create an avatar and dive into activities like exploring for resources, crafting items, trading in player-driven economies, engaging in combat, surviving environmental challenges, and even participating in high-speed races. The Cornucopias Racing League even has customizable vehicles like the GTI Javelins and the Bubble Jet Sprinters. And on top of that, players can even design and build their own custom zones. In these battle zones, you can dictate terrain and weather for unique PvP encounters. So how do NFTs and crypto fit in this game? Well, in terms of token, the Copi token has been on the market for a couple years, and they're also all about a really big encompassing NFT ecosystem. The NFTs include vehicles, land plots, pets, mounts, cosmetics, and crafted items. Land NFTs are also particularly important, coming in various sizes with theme zones. And owners can even build upon these land plots and receive special perks. And the Copi token itself has many different uses. It can be used for transactions, purchasing NFTs, earning rewards, and potentially participating in governance. Now, in terms of getting started, this one is just still in pre-alpha. So unlike a lot of games that try and rush to market very quickly, the Cornucopias team is really taking their time to build their full vision of that full encompassing metaverse before they get all their players diving into the game. Now, some might argue that, hey, wait, this is taking too long, but if you look at how traditional AAA games are built, they're often built for 5 or more years behind the scenes before you see the end product. And that's what we're expecting to get from a game like Cornucopias. But because we are expecting this one to be so impressive, even though it's still in early access, definitely make sure you head over to cornucopias.io, create your account, and follow along with the development as they go on. And you can even test this one from the stages through alpha, beta, and then eventually their full release. And then in terms of their current modes currently playable, their racing game is getting a lot of hype. Then in terms of blockchain specifics on this one, they're originally going with Cardano back in the day, but since then they've gone multi-chain, being on BNB and Ethereum, and are expected to come out on Base quite soon. Now, in terms of recent updates, they actually have partnered with Superverse, which is really big in the world of crypto gaming, so that's really exciting to see. But I think what is most important to talk about here is their Copi Cafe. Here, unlike so many other developers that are just developing in silence, what the team at Cornucopias do is almost like a podcast where they sit down and talk about absolutely everything they're working on. So if you are a fan of in-game development and learning how the game and ecosystem is progressing, here on YouTube, you have their full-length discussions, whether they be 20 minutes or over an hour long. They really let you know everything that's happening. Next up, get ready for some strategic combat with Heroes of Mavia. This one is a free-to-play, AAA, mobile-based builder strategy game that draws comparisons to giants like Clash of Clans, but gives it a crypto twist. Set on the island of Mavia, you'll build your base, command a powerful army, and battle opponents for resources and dominance, all powered by blockchain. In terms of gameplay for this one, it's all about constructing the base and continuously providing upgrades. While doing this, you're going to be training various ground and air units, infantry, vehicles, and aircraft. You're going to be managing resources, your gold and oil, and launching attacks on other players' bases to loot their resources. And as you're having fun and doing this and attacking other players, you can't forget to build your own defenses as well. Build up walls, turrets, and strategically placed heroes and statues to protect your own stash. Success relies on a smart base layout, tactical troop deployment, and an effective use of your hero's abilities during battles. And winning PvP battles in this one is going to give you the ability to unlock that game currency called Ruby. So how does Heroes of Mavia integrate NFTs and crypto into their game? Well, they've got their main NFTs, which are their land, heroes, and statues, as well as the in-game tokens. For land, these plots are required to establish a base in-game. You can buy the land, you can sell it, or you can even rent it on the marketplace for a form of passive income. And one benefit of actually owning the land is you do get rewarded with Ruby tokens, which is their in-game currency. Next up are the heroes, which are powerful units that assist in attacks and defense. They have unique abilities that can be upgraded, increasing their power and value. And finally, we have the statues that provide passive buffs to your base, like boosting resource production or speeding up troop training building times. And for each of these, you can equip up to 4 at a time. And then in terms of currencies, the game has 2. They have Mavia and they have Ruby. Mavia is the governance token that can be used for trading NFTs on the official Web3 marketplace. And then Ruby, on the other hand, is the main play to earn token. You get this by winning battles, competing challenges, and staking Mavia. So how do you get started in this one? Well, unlike the others we talked about today, this one is all about mobile gaming. So if you got an iPhone, you head to the Apple App Store, and if you have an Android, head to that Google Play Store. And what's cool about this, if you want, you can just dive into the game and play it as is. However, if you do want to take advantage of the full crypto elements like the NFTs and tokens, make sure you link a wallet. And then in terms of blockchain, like many others, Heroes of Mavia did start on Ethereum, but are moving their way over to Base. And in fact, they actually have an update with their Ruby 2.0 token. So if you already have any Heroes of Mavia assets and you haven't been around in the ecosystem for a while, make sure you head over to their website and read all about the port over to Ruby 2.0. And finally, in terms of recent updates, Heroes of Mavia actually has a lot going on. One thing we love to see is after they had their token generation event, they did an airdrop to all players who grinded during the early test phases. And unlike some games that just get a small test audience, Heroes of Mavia had over 1 million downloads. And then things to look out for are that port over to Ruby 2.0 and the Mavia marketplace migrating to the more advanced platform called the Nexira Digital Asset Exchange platform. And 2025 will prove to be a big year of expansion for Heroes of Mavia. In Q3 and Q4, they're going to include HQ levels 10-11, they're going to have new heroes and weapons, weekly tournaments, alliance wars, land trading, and NFT crafting. Next up, we have Blocklords, developed by MetaKing Studios. This one aims to blend the deep strategy and political intrigue of Crusader Kings with the empire-building Age of Empires, the battles of Total War, and even the farming aspects of Stardew Valley. In terms of gameplay, you start as a humble farmer, gathering resources and developing the land. Then from there, the choice is yours to pick which path you want to take throughout this kingdom. You can be a fearsome raider pillaging enemies, a noble knight defending the realm, a powerful lord or lady governing cities, or even rise to become a king or queen waging wars and leading the entire kingdom. Every choice you make impacts your hero's stats, traits, and reputation. A unique dynasty system allows your legacy to continue through heirs who inherit traits and consequences from their ancestors, ensuring your hero's story persists even after their death. This dynasty system involves managing lineage, strategic marriages, duels, and education for future leaders. So how do NFTs and crypto work in this one? Well, in terms of the crypto token, you have the Lord's token, and then in terms of NFTs, you have the ability to own your heroes. What's cool about these hero NFTs is they actually develop themselves as you progress along in the game. And then when it comes to their Lord's token, it's actually listed on Coinbase. The token can be used for premium features, resources, and cosmetics. And then an additional cool feature from their Lord's token is you can actually stake it to earn influence, and influence is actually like an in-game currency. Influence can be used for in-game actions or participate in platform governance. Now, to get started on this one, given that it's a PC game, you're going to head to the Epic Games Store, and then once you've downloaded the game, you're going to mint your hero and start your quest. Choose your role and then shape your legacy. Play the game, make choices, develop your hero, manage your resources, interact with other players, and build your dynasty. In terms of blockchain specifics, Blocklords started off on the Polygon and Immutable X networks for their NFTs, but like many other games, with its speed of use and cheap transactions, many are heading to Base. They're also building Lord Chain, which is described as a layer 3 chain just made for Blocklords. And considering their dynasty system is already built within Base, you can expect that Base is going to be integrated into this layer 3. And layer 3s are really important in gaming because it allows a seamless interaction of the blockchain for the player, where they don't even notice what's happening on the blockchain, they're just having fun in the game, and the devs and system are responsible for all that back end. And in terms of recent updates, Blocklords is going all in on AI. This is really cool because now AI agents will actually be able to be heroes in games and make their own decisions live as what they think they should do as a player. It's also going to include AI-powered tutorials, AI farm management, AI trader agents for the economy, AI battle generals for commanding troops, AI-driven reward system, and eventually user-created kingdom tokens. And if you are actively engaged in AI agents yourself, you can join the competition that they're having now on blocklords.ai. And finally, keeping with that AI theme, we actually have a bonus pick for you guys in this one, and that is Eternal Legacy. This one blends AI storytelling with turn-based strategy, and every character you own is fully on-chain, so the decisions, evolution, and the lore is all stored on the blockchain. This will allow the AI to rapidly evolve and adapt, making the games more immersive for all the players. And in terms of blockchain, this one is building exclusively on Base. The visuals on this game are very clean, and the devs are excited to announce that they are currently having a Founders Character sale. They also teased a new game loop that's coming soon, which is great for players who love progression and deeper mechanics. This one definitely feels like it's following under the radar, so make sure you have it on your watch list. And if you want to discover other games like this, make sure you're using that Game Explorer tool on Fungible Games. But not only that, there's also in-depth walkthroughs, interviews with gaming founders, breaking news, and so much more. And if you want to participate in community reviews, simply check out one or all of these games, and then after you play it, leave your non-biased community review so everyone can see what you think of the game, its graphics, gameplay, story, and economy.